Welcome to Amy Kardashian and the Expert Show, where the experts share their knowledge, wisdom, and powerful insights to help you transform your business and personal life. I am your host, Amy Kardashian, not Kardashian. And on this show, we cover business, self-development, inspirational, skin and fitness, and most of anything. It's all about educational. So if you want to learn more about the show, the rest of the segments I record, you can go to akexpertstv.com. On this particular segment, we are going to talk about how to overcome setbacks and rock your life with Cheryl Green.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you. I know you have been in Judy's show, on Judy's show.
Yes.
And we're very blessed to have you on both of our show, which I produced Judy's show as well. And please, can you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your book?
Absolutely. So my name is Cheryl Green, and I actually wrote this about resiliency, but I'm a storytelling expert. I like to help. Sorry, I gotta Vanna White it here.
Yes.
I like to help people and businesses to tell their story, to better connect with their audience and to better connect with themselves.
Okay. And then what really inspired you to do that?
I've screwed up a lot.
Oh.
The past 2 years has really been a journey for me, trying to determine what my core message is and what I want to share with the world.
Yeah.
And one of those things, I realized I'm really good at getting knocked on my butt and getting back up.
And you know, many people, and why I was surprised a little bit, not surprised, when we succeed, we have to really go down before we go up and learn a lot throughout the journey. But not everyone knows how to do that. Mm-hmm. So for you to come in and help people and help them to stand back up and say, okay, this is a process, this is a journey of learning. Why when you go down, you just step up. So how you do that? Tell us how.
Well, so first of all, I want to mention that I think we all do know how to do this. Mm-hmm. I think it's just a matter of remembering it when we're going through those times. And there's no magical pill out there. There's nothing that can make your life perfect, that can instantly heal you from anything. I think everything we do is a process, and we know how to do it. We have those tools already. What I wanted to do with this book was just remind people when they're in the thick of it, you know how to do this, you know how to get through it, you've survived your entire life. So here's how to take it to the next level.
Okay, and how would they take it to the next level?
There's a lot there. It's not. I don't
Give
really.
Us just
I will.
couple of them. So we know there is a lot, of course. I mean, there's the whole book to talk about, and I'm sure there is more than just a book.
I think one of my biggest things is helping others.
Okay.
And I feel like when you go through a difficult time in your life, it's going to help you, but it's also your responsibility to help the next person through theirs. And when I was going through my divorce and my depression and all of that, I found animal rescue. And that is truly what saved my life.
Because it keeps you busy, keep you away from thinking about yourself and get away from your own self, right?
Yes. And that's part of it. And it's important to stop focusing on your problems. But I think it's also important to have that perspective.
What would you say for someone says, okay, I don't have enough energy to even help myself. What are you talking about? You want me to help others. And how can I find that energy or inspiration to help others?
And that's actually where I was. Speaking of rock bottom, my stepmom had to lift me off the bathroom floor. I couldn't do it myself.
Okay.
And she was actually the one that pushed me and said, you know what, you need to go out and help somebody else and stop focusing on your own problems. Mm-hmm. And that's just the personal decision that you have to make if you don't have somebody dragging you up. Just knowing that you're going to feel better about helping someone else. And even though I couldn't fix my problems, and believe me, I could not fix them at that time, I was still able to rescue an animal. I was still able to be that voice for somebody else that couldn't speak for themselves. And knowing what some of these animals have been through and how difficult their lives have been, I wanted to help them. I wanted to be there and pull them off the floor.
So kind of like you say to yourself, I have a choice. They don't have a choice. I can get up and do whatever I need to do. You have the right to really get up and do. An animal, they don't have that. They don't.
Right.
They can go to doctor. They can help themselves. So kind of like gives you something to give, like you're worth something. Is that what it is?
Absolutely. It's a sense of empowerment as well. You know, even though you can't fix your own issues, you can fix somebody else's.
Yeah,
Or you can help them.
And that makes you feel good about that. Encourage you to stand up. So what other tools would you give someone if someone says, okay, I still cannot see the energy, I understand it.
Right.
Go help somebody else in order to see. But I can't find it in me. I can't find it in my core. How can I dig deep, or what would you recommend that?
I think a big part of it is changing how you look at the incident or how you look at your life. And I talk about perspective a lot because I think it's so important. Sometimes it is as bad as you think it is, but most of the time it's not.
It's not that bad, right?
No,
someone else have it worse. That's what my dad used to tell me.
Exactly, and I spend a lot of time. There's a show called Monday's Dark, and they do charity shows every month. And I went to one of those, and I had been having just this terrible, terrible day, I thought. And I went in there in the worst mood, but it was for one of these children's, like the dream things to help children that are not going to make it much longer. And as I was walking out, here I am, I'm still in this bad mood, and I'm like, my life sucks and all of this. There was a kid, he couldn't have been more than like 10 years old, that they had actually wheeled in a hospital bed.
Okay, so when we come back, we're going to talk more about how you could pull yourself up and really move forward and not allow anything to hold you back. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Jamie Lee Metz, CEO and founder of Skin Fitness here in Las Vegas. We've been serving Las Vegas for over 17 years. We're proud to announce we just won 2017 Spa of the Year by Image International. That's the skincare company of the Miss Universe pageant. We offer exclusive treatments like our Time Eraser facial, which uses multiple modalities and literally erases time. Our Pore Purge, which is the ultimate in hygiene, and our Fire and Ice facial, which literally removes and soothes the skin at the same time. Come see us at our new location here in Village Square. We look forward to seeing you soon.
Okay, we are back with Cheryl. We're talking about how to overcome setbacks and rock your life. And she gave us already good information so far. And yeah, let's talk about how we do it if we don't feel it. That, like you and I probably done it so many times that it's easy for us to recognize the time that we need to snap out of it and get up and do it. But some people, they don't have that. They can't find it anywhere. So let's continue to see how we can help them.
So part of it is recognizing those people in your life that can support you. And I make the distinction between those good time friends that, they come into town and it's just a party nonstop. Those aren't the people I'm talking about.
Yeah.
They're the ones that lift you off the bathroom floor. They're the ones that drive you to chemo, or are there when bad things happen. I don't want to get depressing here, but leaning on those people. One of the biggest issues with depression is that you feel isolated, and you feel like you're the only one out there. You're the only one going through this, and no one loves you, and no one wants a part of you. That's never true. You've always got that support system, and that's the exercises in here are to remind you that you've got the support system, that everything isn't terrible in your life. It's just to build you up. Each chapter is a little bit more to build you up.
And would you agree it's sometimes it's harder on the other people who's supporting you to really seeing you going through the suffering, and then you sit there and say nobody loves me, and that's just not true, like you were saying. I mean, that just, if they walk away with that, understand that the people are really there who loves you, they're suffering sometimes more because
Yeah.
they feel like there's nothing we could do no matter what we're doing. Is that correct?
I think it can be. It is really hard. I mean, think about, when you've watched somebody that you love go through a hard time.
It's hard because you can't really reach out to them.
Right. And
If
you can't
just
fix it.
Put that thought and see how hard it is for them.
Yeah.
So in this book, you have like exercise. Do you do any exercise too as well?
Yes.
Each chapter just guides them to different place. So where they can get this book?
So they can get this on my website, which is CherylGreenSpeaks.com.
CherylGreenSpeaks.com.
And Cheryl is with an S. I'm the weird one that spells it that way. And just scroll down to the bottom. You can see buy my book, and then I can either send you an autographed copy or you can get a Kindle version from there.
Now, do you do speaking? Do you coaching? Do you do what else you do?
So I do speaking. I'm actually, I work with, like I said, businesses and individuals to craft stories. So I do book coaching.
Okay.
So if anybody wants to write their own book and get
then
their
you can
story out
guide
there.
them. That's very nice.
Yeah.
And then also you do speaking, and you could guide a lot of people to really not allow life to stop them from doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Right.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
You're taking your experience and your tragedies, whatever you went through, into turning it into speaking. And I hope you find Cheryl, let her help you and to find your story and turn it around like she did. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you for
being
having
on
me.
my show. I hope to have you again soon.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I didn't focus on my weaknesses. I focused on my strength, and I was able not only to lead myself, I was able to lead my team into success. Many people ask me, what do you mean by awakening the powerful leader within you? I have been leading myself and others for years. Well, I tell them, of course you have, but did you know that you have way more power than you can ever imagine? See, you and I, we were born with the capability to lead ourselves to live our purpose. Then life's challenges and obstacles come along and buries our capabilities. How do I know that? I know it because life happened to me. My question to you today is this. What are you creating? Now, I don't know what he was thinking. Maybe he was thinking I'm gonna download something.